Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Shri Shailabhijanamburashishram Sri Krishna Tatatmajam Sri Shailanve Devanath Sudhya Praptagamantadvayam Padabje Narsimhatate Guror Nyastatma Rakshabharam Vidvadvrinda Chakora Chandiramaham Ramanujaryam Shraye Sriranga Sudha Madhu Samaswadayantam Sriranga Mahishi Padapankajatmajam Sulabhashrayam Sada Moda Siddhamadbhutam भजेऽहं गुरुं तं रङ्गनाथप्रियं सुखासनस्थं हृदयाब्जपीठे चिन्मुद्रयालङ्कृतपाणिपद्मं शुभोपवीतं विमलोर्ध्वपुण्ड्रं नमामि रङ्गं गुरुं अन्तरङ्गे नमामि योगसम्राज्ञीं विजयां विजयप्रदां श्रीरङ्गार्धासनासीनां करुणां मम मातरं गुरुरूपपरञ्ज्योतिः ज्योतिरूपगुरुः परः अज्ञानमन्दिरं ह्येतत् गुरुविज्ञानमन्दिरं मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्वतं मम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना. With salutations to our Guru and the Guru of all Gurus, will commence our session today. We were in the 20th Sarga, which is Pranaya Prarthana, where Ravana is trying to lure Sita yet again to submitting to his whims and fancies, his desires and passion. And the only difference this time is that, as we have seen, it is Hanuman who is overseeing what is happening here, right? And in the last class, we were looking at shlokas which to the sum and substance say Swadharmo Rakshasam Bhiru Sarvathaiva Samshayaha Gamanam Va Parastrinam Haranam Sampramathyava. It is but the dharma of Rakshasas to take away others' wives. So what Kruram I have done? I have done nothing that you will be able to complain against. It is important that you forget that you are the wife of Ramachandra and try to show love towards me. Evam chaitadakamam tu natvam sprakshyami maithili kam kama sharire me yatha kamam pravartatam. We saw this is one of the slokas where it may apparently say that Ravana did not want to touch Sita without her consent. And we had a little discussion around that, with the fact that he was not able to touch her due to the fact that Sita herself is a pure person and she was in extreme tapas mode at that point of time. Right. And there was one sloka, I think the previous one, Mam Drishtva Nagana Soru Guhamana Stanodaram. There was a point that Sai raised after our conversation, that the word Nagana Soru, whose adjective it is. So it is, as per the flow of the sloka, it indeed belongs to Sita. That Ravana is describing Sita's body and then addressing her, saying, you are, in spite of looking at me here, you are crouching and hiding all your private parts. That is what it actually means. So the meaning I had given was slightly different. I had given that attribute or adjective to Ravana himself, saying, look at me, who am able-bodied, with the thighs also so strong, but you are not looking at me at all, right? So both these meanings are in order. The first one, because of the flow of the sloka. The second one is why I gave that was primarily due to the rasam there. The fact that Sita, over the last few months, had actually become a krisham. That is, she had become very thin, frail in her physique. So, and also Ravana, Sita Mata herself would not have revealed the Uru Bhagam to him. Therefore, it might probably be appropriate to say that pass this adjective on to Ravana. I think it depends on our frame of mind. I leave it to the audience here. Next, we move on to, I think we stopped in Devi Neha Bhayam Karyam Mai Vishwasi Hi Priye Pranayasa Tatvena Maivam Bhu Shokalalasa. Isn't it? We were sloka number 7 is where we ended. Let's move on to sloka number 8. Ekaveni dhyanam malinamambaram asthane pipavasascha naitanyopayikani te. Ekaveni. We have seen already, Sita has not braided her hair. It's only one braid there. Dharashaya, she is sleeping on the ground. Dhyanam, in this case, it means she is brooding over things, right? She is focused on only sorrow. Malinam ambaram, she is wearing soiled clothes. She is not looking clean. Asthane upavasascha etanite aupayikani na. Ravana is telling Sita that you are not supposed to be fasting but feasting. You are doing upavasam in the wrong place. I am the ruler of the 3 worlds. I have everything that any human being can think of. And look at you, you are languishing here in the Ashokavanam without paying attention to your own beauty. And this doesn't suit you. That is what he says. Maharhani cha panani shayananyasanani cha geetam nrittam cha vadyam cha labhamam prapya maithili. Sorry. Vichitrani cha malyani chandananyagaruni cha vividhani cha vasamsi divyanyabharanani cha. I missed sloka 9. 9 and 10 go together. From this sloka onwards, you will see for the next few slokas, Ravana is going to tell her the advantages of getting married to him. Okay, what all good things she can get, apparently. So he is going to do all the marketing that is possible here. Maithili, Mam Prapya, Vichitrani Malyani. You will get different types of garlands. Okay. Is it called Puvarasanpettai in Chennai, where they make garlands? I am the owner of that land, so you will get beautiful garlands every day, probably 3 times a day, okay, which you probably will not get anywhere else. Chandanani, Agaruni, Vividhani. So the garlands will be so fragrant, they will smell like sandal. You will also get a lot of incense, meaning you will be sitting with me in a palace, which will be really fragrant. Whenever you move around, there will only be fragrance all around. We have seen that already. When the moment Ravana enters Ashokavanam, the ladies will be carrying all fragrant oils and other things. So this is something to note, that somebody who is very, very body conscious, they will try to feed their senses to the maximum. And one of the important ones there is the fragrance, that we apply to the body. So, and that if you look at the advertisements for different types of perfumes, you will get to know that they appeal to the senses basically. And somebody who is extremely sensual, body conscious, they will not miss this agenda. Okay, Vividhani Vasamsi. So the entire T Nagar is mine. So Pothis and all other stores are mine. You will get different kinds of garments. Divyani Abharanani cha. You will get different types of ornaments. Maharhani Panani. I have a wonderful cellar where all kinds of drinks are available, different tastes, fragrances, as well as richness. Shayanani, Asanani, right? All types of couches, seats. Geetam, Nrittam cha, Vadyam cha. You will always be attended by people who are very good in singing, dancing, and so on. And you will be able to attain all of this if you just pay heed to my request. Sri Ratnamasi Maivam Bhu Kurugатरेषु Bhushanam Mam Prapya Hi Katam Nu Syat Swamanarha Suvigrahe. Sri Ratnam. You are the jewel among women. That's what he's saying. Or diamond. Evam ma bhuhu. Don't be like this. Okay, do not remain in a condition that does not befit you. Gatreshu bhushanam kuru. Go and first attire yourselves with lots of beautiful ornaments. Decorate yourself very well. Suvigrahe, O lady of beautiful form. Mam prapyatvam anarha katham nusyaha. Once you attain me, how on earth is it possible that you become an undeserving person? You will deserve all the richness in the world. Idam te charu sanjatam yavvanam hyati vartate yadatitam punarnaiti srotaha shrighramapamiva. So idalam again trying to create the aspect of urgency in her. Charu sanjatam idam te yavvanam. Okay, given that you have this beautiful youth, but remember that vyati vartate, this will also pass away. Okay, philosophy pesar. Yat shighram atitam apam srotaha iva. Just like how water flows through very quickly in a stream or a rivulet, right? With the same speed, this youth also will pass away. So don't waste it. Punaha naiti, it will not come back to you. It will not return to you. Therefore, let us go ahead and get married. Tvam kritvo paratem uparato manye rupakarta sa vishwasrite nahi rupo pamatvanya tavasti shubhadarshane. He is describing Sita's beauty in all these slokas, right? So we should keep in mind that the moment we tell, oh lady, how beautiful you are, everybody will have that smile in their face. Yeah. So here Ravana is appealing to that aspect, right? So we should observe that none of this is going to impact Sita Mata. We should imagine the circumstance she's in. She's isolated from her husband, which means, out of sight is out of mind normally. And in that context, this person is showing all the riches in life, and there is no cell phone connectivity. You can't reach to your husband. He's not around. So he's trying to provide all kinds of circumstances, and also trying to enhance the desire in her mind. That is quite possible that if it were someone else, they would have succumbed to it. Right? So look at how he is trying to say in this lokam, Shubhadarshane, Rupakarta Saha Vishwasrika, the creator of this world, Chaturmukham Brahma, Tvam Kritva Uparataha Manye. I believe the moment he created you, he perhaps had a pause in creation. He thought, oh, what a beautiful person I have created. Why should I continue to create more people? He would have paused his creation, is one word. The other meaning of Uparati means he perhaps himself got attracted to you. Abdinu or Athark. Okay. Uparataha manye. Anya tava rupopama nastihi. There is nobody else who is equal to your beauty around. So that's what Ravana is telling Sita. Tvam samasadya vaidehi rupa yauvanashalini kaha pumanati varteta sakshadapi pitamaha. Vaidehi Rupa Yavana Shalini, you are indeed endowed with extraordinary beauty. And Yavanam also, exuberant youthfulness. Tvam Samasadya, after getting you, Sakshat Pitamaha, the Pitamaha himself, Kaha Puman Ativarteta. So which person can retain their balance in mind after having created such a beautiful person like yourself? So, it is not only me that is getting attracted to you. Remember, you are Trilokya Sundari. The entire universe will fall at your feet, including the creator who created you. Yadyat pashyami te gatram shitam susadrishanane tasmin pruthushhroni chakshurmama nibadhyate. So he is continuing to tell her about how attractive her whole body is. Shitamshu sadrishanane. You are indeed looking like a cool full moon. Adinartham, right? So this coolness is associated as long as you are far away from the moon. The moment you are like a Chandrayaan and land there, you will know how hot it is, isn't it? At some points it's very hot. At some other points it will become very, very cold. But Sitamshu, Sadri, in general, we look at moon as something which is very, very cool to look at poetically. Pruthushhroni, you are somebody who has beautiful hips. Te yadyat gatram pashyami, whatever part of your body I happen to look at or gaze at, tasmin eva mama chakshuhu nibadhyate. My eyes are getting arrested at that very point. அப்படின்னு சொல்றார். இது எவ்வளவு கேட்கறதுக்கு கொடூரமா இருக்கும்னு, it is very, very cruel to listen to, depending on who is telling whom. Of course, if the husband is telling wife, in the right context, it's okay. If she is upset, then perhaps this may not make sense. But here we are talking of Ravana talking to Sita. But look at how Anaryam, these kind of words are called Anarya Vachanam. Okay. These words do not befit noble people. He is speaking such kind of words here. Bhavamaitili bharyame mohamenam visarjaya bahvinam uttamastrinam mamagramaishi bhava. This is called moham, the kind of desire, continuous attachment to things, especially anything related to Sita. He is himself describing it. I am completely overpowered by moham. And just like any disease, any disease has its medicine. This moham also has a medicine, and that is something you have to give me right now, is what he is asking in this slokam. Bhavamaitili bharyame, become one of my wives. In fact, the key wife. Okay. Bhavamaitili bharyame mohamenam visarjaya. Right. Ensure that this moham disappears from me. Right. Bhakvinam uttamastrinam amagra mahishi bhava. Become my agra mahishi, the queen among all queens. I have so many uttamastrihi. That's what he says. I am not somebody who has wives, wives. Many of my wives are already good looking. But in spite of that, I am ready to make you as my Uttamastri. That is what he says in this lokam. Lokebhyo yani ratnani sampramatyahrutani vai tani me bhiru sarvani rajyam chaitadaham chate. So whatever ratnam you can see in this world, lokebhyo yani ratnani sampramatya ahrutani cha, whatever I have acquired as wealth from all around the world because of my parakramam, tani me sarvani rajyam chaitat aham chate. What all will you get once you acquire me? Okay, so this is in the database context, we have what is known as a foreign key. Yeah, you catch hold of the foreign key, that entire table will become yours. So he is describing all the table of Ravana, which will become hers the moment she gets him. He is the foreign key here. Right? What are the things he will get here? All the ratnas that I have acquired, all the wealth that I have acquired from around the world. Rajyam, whichever kingdoms I have won over a period of time. And Sarvani Rajyam. And finally, Aham, I myself will become your object of possession. Vijitya prithivim sarvam nana nagara malinim janakaya pradasyami tava hetor vilasini. So he's now tempting her from a different angle. Okay, this wealth does not only belong to me, but I'll give it as dowry to my father-in-law. Okay, that is what he's saying here. In those days, there was also the system of the bridegroom giving dowry to the brides. Okay, Bhiro. So he's in fact addressing her as a Bhiro. That is, she's a timid person here. Whatever Vijitya Prithivim Sarvam, kingdoms that I have usurped so far, Nana Nagara Malinim. It is not only Nagaras, not only different cities, but he's saying garland of cities. Okay, meaning it's a complete sequence and series, as they say in mathematics. That entire series of cities that I have won over, that is something which I am ready to give to Janaka, who is your father. Janakaya Pradasyami Tava Hetor Vilasni. Only because of you I am going to give it to him, no other reason. Neha pashyami lokenyam yo me pratibalo bhavete pashyame sumahadviryam apratidvandamahave. He's talking about how valorous he is, how courageous and viryavan he is. Yaha me pratibalaha bhavet. There is nobody who can be my rival. Pratibalamna rival nartam. Ihaloke, nobody in this world, na pashyami. Ahave apratidvandvam me sumahat viryam pashya. Anybody who invites me to a battle is definitely going to get killed. And you will get to see my valor that way. That is what he is saying. Asakrite samyuge bhagna maya vimridita dhvajaha ashaktaha pratyanikeshu sthatum mama surasuraha. Maya asakrite samyuge bhagnaha. Many times in the past, during many different battles, people have been crushed or defeated. They have been shattered. Vimritit, I'm so sorry. It's becoming a tongue twister today. Vimrititat dhvajaha. Their dhvajaha is flags. Their flags have been mridita, vimridita. Their flags have been crushed. Recently, we have seen a video where I think it is a summit in South Africa. Narendra Modi, we've seen him. They were arranging a photo shoot of all the leaders, and they had marked places where each country's president or prime minister has to stand. And the marking, unfortunately, whoever had this beautiful idea or stupid idea, they kept the flags of those countries pasted on the carpet. So everybody would go and stand. So you should remember the flag of your country. If you don't, then that's a different issue. So everybody would go and stand, but Modi, when he went, it's a dishonor to keep the flag on the car. See, he took it and kept it in his pocket, right? So the dhwaja should not be crushed. Dhwaja crushed means that your entire the ego of the Rashtram is gone, right? So that's what Ravana is telling here. Vi mridita dhwajaha. Surasuraha, right? Demons. Surargal, Asurargal, both. Mama pratyanikeshu sthatum ashaktaha. They cannot stand in my presence. Ichaya kriyata madhya pratikarma tavottamam saprabhanyavasajjantam tavange bhushanani cha. So I am ready to do sadhu pashyami te rupam samyuktam pratikarmana. I am ready to do a lot of things for you. Okay, mom, icha. Just ensure that you start loving me from this word go. Adya tava uttamam pratikarma kriyatam. I am going to do the best kind of pratipalan the moment you decide to marry me. In terms of decorations, what are the different decorations? He again lists all of that. Tava ange saprabhani bhushanani. I will decorate you with ornaments which are really glittering. Okay. Avasajjantam pratikarmana yuktam. I will also decorate you with different clothes, colorful clothes. Te rupam sadhu pashyami. I would like to see the best form of yourself being decorated in all of this. Pratikarma abhisamyukta dakshinyena varanane bhungsha bhogan yatha kamam piba bhiru ramasvacha. So the moment you are attired with the best clothes, the best ornaments, all the other things will follow suit. Enade varanane bhiru, you are charming to look at. Varananam. Ananana face. And you are a timid lady right now. Okay. Biru nu sollinde irukar. Apdi sollinde irundha avalukku தைரியம் ஜாஸ்தியா போய்டும். அது மாத்திரம் நம்ம மனசுல வச்சுக்கணும். கோழை அப்படின்னு திட்டிட்டு இருந்தான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. திடீர்னு அவன் PS2 அப்படின்னு எழும்பி ஓட ஆரம்பிச்சிடுவான். பீரு தாக்ஷிண்யேன பிரதிகர்மாபி சம்யுக்தா. So liberally I'll decorate you with various types of ornaments. Yatha kamam bhoganu bhungshva. Enjoy all kinds of bhogam. Piba ramasvacha, right? So you'll start drinking different types of wines, right? That is something which is taken for granted. And you can also make merry. Yatheshtam cha prayachatvam prithivim vadhanani cha ramasva mai vistrabda dhrishtamajñapayasvacha. What else can you do the moment you start loving me? Tvam prithivim dhanani cha yathecham precha. Ask all kinds of lands that you want to acquire. In the book of Maldives and the book of Mauritius. Go get it for me. I will go and get them for you. All kinds of dhanam, right? Prayacha. Visrabdha mayi lalasva. Become free, liberate yourself and start enjoying me. Dhrishtam Ajñapayasva, and boldly command me also. Okay, you can command me. Ravana can never be commanded over, isn't it? At that point of time, he's like the terror of the three worlds, but I am going to give up to you. Mat prasadal lalantyascha lalantam bandhavastava riddhim mamanu pashyatvam sriyam bhadre yashasvame. Yashascha me mat prasadat. The moment you become mine because of my grace, mat prasadat, lalantyaha tava bandhavaha. Remember that your relatives will also start enjoying it, because this whole wealth will become not only yours but also your relatives. Okay. நல்ல வேளை அங்கே பந்துக்கள்லாம் இல்லை. இருந்திருந்தாங்களா, ஐயோ பண்ணிக்கோயேன் பண்ணி எவ்வளோ போய் ஆள்பாரு, இவனை போய் விட்டுறே, isn't it? So that's quite possible. that other extra factor of motivation was missing. Lalantam Bhadre, they will start enjoying all of this. Bhadre, oh auspicious one. Tvam mama riddhim me yashascha anupashya. You will start seeing how famous I am. The moment you will start getting attached to me. Kim karishyasi ramena subhage chiravasasa nikshipta vijayo ramo gatashrirvana gocharaha vrati sthandila shayi cha shanke jivati vanava. Now he focuses his attention on what will happen if she does not pay heed to his request, and he is trying to focus his attention now on Rama. So far he has explained, see, there are stages here. First he describes the beauty of Sita, right? You are somebody who even the creator will fall at his feet. Then he starts saying about his parakramam. Then he says, once you attain me, all of this wealth will be yours. You will start overruling everybody. Now it looks at the assets and liabilities in Ramadri, the other side, the liability side. Who is Ramachandra? So he's going to paint a negative picture of him. Subhage Chiravasasa Ramena. What is Rama wearing right now? Right? There is no great suit that he is wearing. He is after all wearing a bar cassis robe, Chiravasasa. Right? Ramena Kim Karishyasi. What will you do with such a person? Nikshipta Vijayaha. He has lost all the valor, isn't it? The triumph of being a warrior is lost there. Gata Shrihi. His wealth is also lost. Right? The Sri Tattvam of Ramachandra is Sita. Sitaye Uttachi. Ninna Vanavarku. And Vanagocharaha. He is wandering in the forest. He is Vrati. You want at this stage of your youthfulness, you would want your husband to be somebody else, all else but an ascetic. He is an ascetic right now. He is all kinds of vradam. In the vradam, anda vradam, he is completely busy with all types of vradam. Paramas Thandila Shahi, where is he sleeping? He is sleeping on the ground. Okay. In fact, that is perhaps the best way of sleeping, if I am not wrong. Your body and spine is fully supported on the ground. If many of us may remember when we were all kids, we used to sleep on the floor. There is nothing else more delightful than that, isn't it? Today we have mattresses which are as high as 10 feet. And ground and although you may get comfort, but the best form of comfort is sleeping on the ground. Standila Shayi cha Ramaha. Finally, he throws a doubt in her mind. Jivativa Nava. I am not even sure if he is still alive. Okay. See, for the past 2 months, there is no communication, isn't it? But Chandrayaan has landed there. Communication irka ilyan question kadiyadu. Here we will be always in touch in this generation. But if when you go back there, there is no communication. And I doubt whether he is alive. Jivativa Nava Shanke. I am very, very doubtful. He is trying to plant this source of doubt so that somehow she sways her mind. போயாச்சு புருஷன் தான் போயாச்சு இன்னொருத்தரை பார்த்தா என்ன தப்பே கிடையாது அப்படின்னு அந்த ஒரு டவுட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ற மாதிரி பண்ணியிருக்காரு. இப்போ கிம் கரிஷ்யசி ராமேன சொன்னத விச் ஸ்லோகா விரதிஸ்தலே சாய் நஹி வைதேஹி ராமஸ்த்வாம் द्रष्टुं वाप्युपलप्स्यते पुरो बलाकैरसितैः मेघैर्ज्योत्स्नामिवावृतां नहि वैदेहि Ramah tvam drashtum vapi upalapsyate. It is very, very difficult for Rama to see where you are right now. It's impossible. And he is giving an analogy here. Puro balakaihi, just like the cranes which are flying in the sky, they will not be able to see the moon which is covered by clouds. That is the analogy he is giving. Asitaihi meghaihi, dark clouds, right? Avritam Jyotsnam iva. Jyotsnam na the rays of light coming from the moon. That is called Jyotsna. Drashtum vapi nahi upalapsate. Just like that, Rama will not be able to see you only. Nachapi mama hastatvam प्राप्तुमर्हति राघवः हिरण्यकशिपुः कीर्तिम् इन्द्रहस्तगतामिव Nachapi. So Rama will never be able to, even if he finds me here, he will never be able to get you into his hands from my control. Right? Just like Hiranyakashipu lost his kirti to Indra. So this is what he's saying. It's an out of syllabus topic. But I believe this is perhaps towards the end of that Hiranyakashipu's life, where his pride is taken away by Indra. Or perhaps it has reference to a temporary phase where Indra tries to, when Hiranyakashipu goes for penance, Indra tries to visit the palace of Hiranyakashipu. At that point of time, he perhaps lost his pride. Charusmite charudati charunetre vilasini manoharasi me bhiru suparna pannagamyatha. You are somebody who has a beautiful smile, charusmita. Charudati, you don't need a dentist. You have perfect teeth. Charunetre, beautiful eyes. And vilasini, you are luxurious. Ella vilasamu irukku ungitta. Manoharasi me bhiru. My mind is completely attracted to you. Bhirun than solraringa. Paranga. Suparnaha pannagamyatha. What a cruramana analogy. Even he doesn't seem to be a romantic person. Just like a bee attracted to a flower, abdina or artham irukke. He's saying just like the eagle is attracted to the snake, abdin soldar. Right? That shows the dharma of people. You know, your basic dharma will not disappear. It will come back whenever you speak. Kaya, vacha, manasa, ilya. Whatever is there in the mind will only come out in your tongue. And that is something we can see here. Although he's trying to be romantic, he is giving the wrong analogy here. Klishtakaushaya vasanam tanvimapyalang analankritam tvam dushtva sveshu dareshu ratim nopalabhamyaham. Klishtakaushaya vasanam. You are somebody who has disheveled. You are not braided your hair, nor are you wearing proper clothes now. Right? Analankritam. You have not decorated yourself. In spite of all this, okay, by looking at you in this shabby state itself, tvam dushtva sveshu dareshu na ratim upalabhami. I am not able to get attracted to my other beautiful woman. Okay, this is the final comparison he's giving. He's trying to nail, as they say. Right? In spite of you being in this shabby state, you are so beautiful that I am not able to get attracted to my other wives. Antapura nivasinyah striyaha sarvagunanvitaha yavatyo mama sarvasam aishwaryam kuru janaki. If you marry me, all these other ladies, they will all be your maid servant 1, 2, 3, 4. They will all be at your feet. That is something you should strive to get into. Antapura nivasinyah sarvagunanvitaha. They are all endowed with great virtues. Yavantya striyaha. Okay. Sarvasam aishwaryam kuru. The Ravanana Periyalan solravangalla in the statement solna women's liberation solran illaya. See how he has taken over he is talking on behalf of all his wives and surrendering them to Sita Mata. Isn't it? There are people who glorify Ravana. If they really have faith in Ramayana and Ravana, they should read these slokas. They'll change their opinion about him. Mamahyasita keshante trailokya pravara striyaha tastvam paricharisyanti shriyamapsarasoyata. Asita keshante, or somebody who has dark tresses, abhinartham. Mamataha trailokya pravaraha striyaha. These are the best among all the three worlds, whoever is in my harem. Okay. Apsarasaha shriyam yathatvam paricharisyanti. They will come and attend to you for all the activities that you need, just like all the Apsaras trees. They go and fall at the feet of Mahalakshmi herself. This is the ultimate statement from Ravana. Anga ukkandirikkirade Mahalakshmi. This is the thing that we should note, that when somebody is moham, when somebody is full of maya and moham, they will not be able to see the reality that is there in front of their eyes, right? यानि वैश्रवणे शुभ्रू रत्नानि च धनानि च तानि लोकान् च शुश्रोणि मां च भुङ्क्षयता सुखम्. You will also get all the wealth that Kubera has given me. Vaishravane Subhru Ratnani cha Dhanani cha, all the Vaiduriam, Dhanam, everything. Tani Lokams cha Sushroni, someone who has good waist. Mam cha bhunksha ethasukam. You will be able to enjoy me as well as my wealth. Naramastapasa devi na balena na vikramaihi na dhanena maya tulyaha tejasa yashasa piva. One more round of comparison. Now he is comparing his balam with Ramachandra. Na Ramaha tapasa devi. Even when you take a look at the tapas, I am far superior to Ramachandra. Right? Ramarku tapasse vendirilla. Tapas swarupame avardhan. Maya na tulyaha. He is not equal to me in terms of balam, vikramam, right? Dhanam, as well as tejas. All these aspects, I am far superior to Ramachandra. What are you talking about? Piba vihara ramaswa bhunksha bhogan dhana nichayam pradishami medinim cha mayi lala lalane yatha sukam tvam tvaicha sametya lalantu bandhavaste. Lalane, oh delightful one. Dhana nichayam medinim cha. You will get heaps of riches. Dhana nichayam, nariya irukum. Medinim cha, all the land that I have acquired. Pradishami, I'll show it to you. You can enjoy. Tvam piba vihara ramaswa. These are the three things that Rakshasas, have as their birthright. Swaraj is my birthright in Ramadri. You should drink, sport, and enjoy all the pleasures in life. Bhogan, bhungshva, yathasukam, mai lala. Ensure that you enjoy your life with me and sport with me. But it is not only you. Bandhavaha sametya tvai lalantu. Okay, allora kosuru potrar. May all your relatives also accompany you. I will allow them. Okay, and let them enjoy. Kusumita tarujala santatani भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि कनकविमलहार भूषितांगी विहरमया सह भीरुकाननानि. Oh timid lady, Kanakavimalahara bhushitangi. You will deck yourself with garlands which are made of pure gold. Kusumita tarujala santatani. There are stretches of trees that are fully blossomed, and Brahmarayutani, they are also full of bees, honey bees. All of this will be yours. Samudra tirajani kananani maya saha vihara. So let us go out on a joy ride now. Samudra tirajani kananani, all the groves, woods around the seashore. Maya saha vihara. Let us both enjoy this. Adine is trying to position all of this. Ityashe Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Adikavye Chaturvimshati Sahasrikayam Samhitayam Sundara Kande Pranaya Prarthana Nama Vimshas Sarkas Samaptaha. Say a chapter where you will see how Ravana, he's not only somebody who has conquered the three worlds at that point of time, he has done something which is Anaryam, and he's trying to substantiate that and trying to pull Sita, take her mind away from Ramachandra. He's trying to provide all those attractions, right? As a sadhaka, we will all be getting these types of attractions, right? Attractive detractors. The moment our mind starts associating with the senses, the downfall starts, isn't it? That's what Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So the moment we start attaching to the objects of the senses, attachment starts. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodho vijayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. So this is exactly the sequence that Ravana is going through. And perhaps this is what Krishna had in mind when he told Arjuna that the root of Vinasham is this attachment to the senses, right? So if that is the main lesson or takeaway, we'll conclude our session. Sorry, I've overshot by 4 minutes. Okay.
Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhakta Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhakta Samsara Dachira Bhava Mukta Guru Charanam Puja Krishna Krishna Sendriya Manasa Yamadevam Rakshasini Hridaya Samdevam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate
Kayena vacha manasa indriyerva buddhya atmana va prakrite swabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Shriman Narayana yeti samarpayami sarvam Shri Ramachandra arpanamastu. Have a great day and day ahead. Thank you.
నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం అండి. నమస్కారం.